Hello everyone, I'm Taylor Bambico. For today's video, I'll be discussing one of the more rare 40 caliber Glocks, the Model 24. Now, of course, before I go any further, I'll make sure this firearm is clear. Good. Empty. Let's continue, shall we? Now, if you've been subscribed to this channel for the past several years, you probably are aware that I do have the 9mm Longslide, the Glock 17L, which of course I did have Cerakoted to resemble a Nintendo Zapper. I also did have for a short time the 10mm Longslide, the Glock Model 40. I do kind of miss the 10mm Longslide, but I can always get another one. And of course I do have the AMT Hardballer Longslide. So when I saw this at a gun show recently, I picked it up, I looked at it, I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of nice, but let's just look around a little bit. Sure enough, at this show I did find another Model 24. However, that particular vendor was asking $1150 for it, and that particular Model 24 was in worse condition than this one. So after a while I circle back to that dealer and I pick it up and I'm looking at it. I see two price tags, $600 and $699. I'm talking to them, I'm like, okay, so which one is it? The two men we're looking at there, and they go, $600. So I thought about it for a few moments and I said, let's do it. Now I'm aware that the 40 caliber Glocks do not last as long as the 9mm counterparts. However, if I actually had the amount of money to shoot that many rounds through this gun to actually wear it out, I could actually buy this probably 60 times over. Now, I am aware of all the antics regarding 40 S&W. It's not my favorite caliber. I just wanted this gun because it was something unique. It's not one you see all the time. In fact, this is actually the first Model 24 I've ever seen in person. I know a friend of mine has one of these and he was talking to me about it and he asked me if he paid a good price for it. And he told me the price and I'm like, you didn't get a good price on it. You stole that gun from them. He paid a lot less than I did for mine, and his appears to be in a lot better shape than mine as well. It's definitely not as fun to shoot compared to the Model 40. The 10mm is just a very, I always say this about many firearms, but it's a very smooth shooting firearm. This one, even with the added weight, it does have that snap to it, which I don't care for all that much. It's not uncontrollable, but it's not as comfortable to shoot for extended periods of time. It's definitely a gun that once I reach the 200 or even 300 round mark with it, I'm done with it for the day. Whereas with the AMT, I could probably go, if I can afford the ammo that is, a few hundred more rounds over that. 17L, same thing. I was shooting it today. Well, by the time you see this video, some time will have passed. It could be several months, it could be a couple years. Today, the 19th of March, 2022, it suffered a malfunction. I have a feeling it was operator error, it wasn't the gun itself. I know on my 17L I've had a few malfunctions, most of which were definitely user error. A couple times I purposely caused it to jam just to say that it actually did have a jam once in its life. But shooting it today, I'm like, would I buy it again? Maybe not. But for the price I did get it for, maybe. I probably will have the slide Cerakoted. It won't be gray like the 17L. It'll probably just be black, just because I don't like the finish on the later Gen 3s. I'll probably also change the sights to Ameriglow, similar to the ones which are on my 9mm. But time will tell. Funny thing about it, when I was first shooting this, I noticed it was hitting to the left. Not low and to the left, but just left. I'm like, is it me? Am I doing something wrong? Then I look at the actual sights and I'm like, oh, that explains a lot.
Oh my God.
So once I took that into account, my rounds were going where I intended them to go. Of course, I corrected that issue for now anyway, before I do get them changed. When I was cleaning it, I just took the barrel and just smacked the sights over. One thing I did ask, and whether or not you could do, is can I shoot two firearms at once? And the guy usually talked to me said, probably not. I'm like, okay, I understand. It would have been fun to shoot both these at the same time when you think about it. One thing I will say that's great about the 40 caliber round right now is you can find the magazines for Glock 40 cals for, at least at this store, 50% off. I'm like, $20 for a 22 round magazine for a 40 caliber Glock? Why not? I have never shot the Glock 23, and I'm definitely not interested in shooting the Glock 27. I had the Glock 26, and that wasn't bad to shoot. It really wasn't. I was expecting a lot of recoil out of that gun. It was quite controllable, actually. But the Model 27, I'll pass. Well, I shouldn't say that, actually. If I'm ever given the opportunity to shoot it and I don't have to pay for ammo, yeah, I'll shoot it just to say I did. But it's not a gun I'd want to shoot all the time. Recoil isn't horrible in this firearm because it is a full size. But honestly, if I want that kind of snap, I'll just shoot 37 Magnum. I mean, not right now, of course. Where I'm at, it's about $50 a box of 50. I'll just look at my 686 for the time being. I will admit this was not a firearm that I was always looking for. I thought, oh, maybe I'll get it if I ever find it. Of course I did. It was at a reasonable price. I'm like, okay, let's just do it. If I ever did get another 40 caliber, it would just be the Glock Model 22. It probably would be the Gen 5. I got to handle those for a little bit while I was still working the gun counter. I was interested, but still, I don't know. I might just, in that point, get the Model 20 or even just get the Model 21 and 45. Who knows? One thing I did notice is that this gun is a little bit heavier than the Model 17L, and that's simply because the recess on the top of the slide is a bit smaller than the 17L. If you're a collector of Glock pistols, and if you don't have one already, I do recommend getting it just to say you have it. That's the reason I got it, and also to say I have a 40 caliber. Of course, if you're not a 40 caliber person, just pass it by. It's just another gun to you. Me being a collector and someone who's just interested in firearms in general, yeah, I figured, let's get it. I think I've already said it like 2 or 3 times so far in this video, too. Of course, the one Glock pistol I wish I could get, I wish everyone could get, is the Model 18, which is a select fire variant of the Model 17. I don't see that ever happening, but you never know. I might dive into the NFA world one day. Don't know at this time, though. I will also add that this particular firearm has not swayed my views on the 40 S&W cartridge. It's just not really for me. It'll do the job, but it's just not for me. Does that mean I will part with this firearm? Probably not. It'll just be one of those I take out and shoot periodically. It definitely will not see as much range time as, I keep saying the 17L, but yes, that gun will always see more range time than this one. Also, at the price of ammo, I'll just spend a few dollars more and shoot the AMT, or maybe just get a Glock 41 or even just a Model 21. Well, anyway, that was my video on the Glock Model 24, one of the less common 40 caliber Glocks out there. If you enjoyed it, remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell icon to be notified when I upload new content. Leave any comments you have in the section below, and have a good day. See ya!